Hey everyone, today we're going to be doing a very quick demonstration of our new spoon rest holder slash hand mirror mold. Well, how can it be a spoon rest holder and a hand mirror? It was merely by accident. We had a customer ask us for a deep spoon rest mold that they can encase things in, and in case you don't want to make that spoon rest, by your oven or by your, stove or whatever, and you want to put your spoon down and not get on your countertop, but you want the spoon to be in a little cove and elevated, that's what this will do. So it's got kind of an angle to it. It's a wide body for the spoon head at the top here, and it narrows down and tapers down at the bottom. So it's gonna make a very, very cool spoon rest holder mold that you can encase things in. But when we were making the mold, making the tooling, we were kind of holding it up and being like, this would be like a perfect hand mirror if it only had a mirror on the side and the inside. So to facilitate multiple uses for this mold, we're going to be offering some mirrored acrylic inserts that you can actually cast your piece as if it was a spoon holder, but then put a mirror in the middle of it. And I'm going to show you how to do that by the end of this video so you see what I mean in case you don't follow along. So I'm just going to do a really quick demonstration. I've got some Total Bolt Maker epoxy. I've got a bunch of essentially, broken up, rounded off pieces of plastic. Really just something from Amazon that I could throw in here to show you that you could encase objects. I'm not getting crazy creative today, as you can see. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my Mold Release 300, which is a low build-up mold release on our silicone molds. I've pre-mixed up some Total Bolt Maker epoxy and some iridescent blue. All right, so put our masks on. We'll walk away and let that set for a sec. All right, simple enough. I'm just gonna throw in a little bit of epoxy and put these inserts in. And you'll see the epoxy will pool towards the deeper part of the mold, obviously. You can kind of get a good coverage by doing that. I'm just going to randomly put these in. This isn't an overly creative project, as I said. It's just to really demonstrate how this mold works. The Maker epoxy in this mold is now fully set up. And I'm going to demold it so we can check it out what it looks like. We had a little bit of overage here. We can just peel that off or trim it off later. But yeah, there you go. It's a spoon trivet. Spoon holder. I know I don't have any big spoons like any proper cooking spoons, but you get the idea. There's a few different ways we could trim this excess. Again, it was just from the resin being poured over the edge of the mold, so you've got kind of a thin film here. I could take it and run it through the router table, or I could take a scraper and do it off, or I can go with my sander on the edge here. Takes it off. It's really up to you how you want to do it. I'm just going to run it over on the router table here. Now we talked earlier about this mold being kind of a dual purpose mold. Obviously you've got the spoon holder or whatever holder functionality for like a stove top. I wouldn't put this on a stove, by the way, but on your countertop, and you want to rest some spoons or whatever on there so they don't drip. But we also have these cool things, which by themselves look like weird shaped mirrors, but they are acrylic mirrors that are designed to fit directly in there. So what that's going to give you is the ability to use this mold to make handheld mirrors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off the protective plastic on this side. I'm going to get some super glue. I'm going to put it down. You could use more resin and glue this down, let it set overnight, but that's obviously a longer process. You do super glue. You could use 5-minute epoxy, which is again resin, but it's just a super quick setting epoxy. I don't think it really matters. As long as it's there and in place and it's not going to move, it's going to stay there for the rest of its life. Wouldn't get too close to the edge of this because if it shifts, you don't want to see that super glue coming out the edge. So just keep it to the center and lay it out and let it fall. We'll give that a couple of minutes to set for the super glue to dry. We'll be good to go. Well, there you go. Just like that, we have a small handheld mirror. made with the spoon holder that we took out of the mold earlier, just by adding our mirror kit to the inside of this thing. So again, you can probably see the power in this. One mold, two different uses. Make a spoon holder for your oven or stove or kitchen or whatever, or make handheld mirrors, and the body is thick enough and deep enough to actually encase things in there, like, I don't know, seashells or coffee beans or whatever the heck else you want. As a resin artist, I'm sure you could appreciate the versatility of having a mold that does two things. So if you want to get your hands on this silicone mold, you can do so at craftelements.com. We can also shop the other 200 plus large format, thick, durable, made in North America silicone molds that we offer here at Craft Elements. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think of this mold. Is it something you can possibly use? Do you have any ideas for anything else? Comment in this video below. If you haven't already subscribed to us here on our YouTube channel, now would be the time to do so, because we got all these cool projects coming out all the time and you don't want to miss them. All right, guys, thanks for watching and happy making.